Hey guys, Joe here from Wild Aquatics and Exotics. In today's video, we're beginning our Getting Started series, where we'll talk you through the practical steps of setting up your very first freshwater aquarium. If you haven't seen any of our previous videos on the basic theory behind fish keeping in our Introduction to Freshwater Aquarium series, I'd recommend watching them first. They'll give you a solid foundation on how aquariums work before we dive into the practical side of things. In today's video, we'll be focusing on the most important stage of setting up your aquarium: planning. It's absolutely vital that we don't rush into buying any equipment or animals without doing some prior research. We need to make sure the fish we intend to keep will suit the setup we're planning. This means considering their maximum size and any special water conditions that they might require. The first thing you need to do is find out the water chemistry of your source water, in this case, your tap water. You can either take a small sample of your tap water to your nearest aquarium shop and have them test it for you, or even better, test it yourself with a test strip. Test strips are incredibly easy to use and take no more than a minute to get results. You just dip the strip in the water for a few seconds and then compare the colours on the strip to the chart on the container for a rough result. We're mainly testing for the presence of ammonia and nitrate levels, and the hardness of the water. At this stage, we can ignore the pH since we're not looking at oxygen levels or CO2 levels just yet. Let's pretend we tested our water and got these results. Ammonia was 0, nitrite was 0, nitrate was 10, and our hardness came out as neutral to hard. So we've got no ammonia or nitrite, which is perfect, and I'd be surprised if there was any ammonia or nitrite in tap water, but if there is, as long as it's not a large amount, it's not the end of the world, as the beneficial bacteria that grow during the cycling process will take care of it. We also have a small amount of nitrate, which is completely normal, and it won't be an issue unless it's at a very high level. Keep in mind that since we'll be doing water changes with tap water, the nitrate level in the tap water will be the lowest your tank can get through water changes alone. If you're worried about the nitrate level, adding some live plants can help consume it. Keeping your stocking levels low will also reduce the bioload and keep things balanced. And lastly, we can see that our water is neutral to hard. This means that we can't keep soft water species like discus or some sensitive shrimp, but most beginner fish will do fine in this water. Now you need to decide which animals will go into your tank and where you'll get them from. A great way to get inspiration is to visit as many fish shops as possible and see their livestock and display tanks. I recommend you visit a variety of shops, especially independent ones, where the staff members tend to be shareholders and more knowledgeable compared to larger nationwide stores. Avoid generic pet shops. Make sure the shops you choose are aquatic specialists. Pick the shop that has the healthiest animals, the best maintained tanks, and the most knowledgeable staff, and give them your business. In a later video in this Getting Started series, I'll dive into how to spot healthy fish and what to expect when buying your first fish, so make sure you like and subscribe for future updates. Let's say you're browsing the shop and you like the look of the more natural aquariums with live plants and real wood, rather than massive unplanted tanks with giant fish. You may also be drawn to a tank with small shoaling fish like neon or ember tetras and a betta as the centerpiece. When deciding your tank size, resist the urge to go for a tiny tank just because you think it'll fit in your space. It's tempting, but it's better to start with a slightly larger tank. Many beginners regret going small after a few months when they want to add more fish, but they find they're limited by the small space, so I always recommend buying your second tank first. A great choice for beginners is an all-in-one tank that has everything you need in it and holds around 150 litres. This size gives you more room to grow and can house a decent number of fish without overcrowding. Plus, you can choose a cabinet colour that matches your home's furniture. Make sure you also choose a location for your aquarium that has a stable temperature and is away from direct sunlight, i.e. not near a window. If you have kids, remind them not to bang on the glass, as this can stress out the fish. Now that you've chosen the tank and it comes with all the equipment already, it's time to decide on your final stocking levels and decorations. With help from the staff at the shop, you'll pick out the substrate and hardscape you'll use to decorate the tank. Let's say you've decided on a cleanup crew of around 3 to 4 algae eaters, not including shrimp or snails as they don't really contribute to bioload, 8 neon tetras, 8 ember tetras, and a betta. Even though this adds up to about 20 fish, remember that these are small fish with small maximum sizes, so the bioload will be low. Be sure to verify that the fish you've chosen will get along with each other and will thrive in your tap water's conditions. It will benefit you to use a local fish store, as their water will likely be similar to yours. At this stage, you'll purchase the aquarium and all the equipment, including test kits, water conditioners, bacteria boosters, and decorations. You will not be buying any livestock today, because you will need to cycle your aquarium first. If you don't know what cycling is, please check out our other videos in the Introduction to Freshwater Aquariums series. I will run through practical instructions in a later video in this series. You could buy plants now, but it's better to wait until after the cycling period. The ammonium nitrite spikes that occur during the cycling period could kill plants, so for simplicity's sake, we'll leave the plants until after the cycle. And that's it for today's video. In the next video in the Getting Started series, we'll show you how to set up your aquarium. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for future video updates.